When people experience uncertainty, a fear of the unknown, a fear of a virus that doesn't have a vaccine, you get a chance to peer into their true character. And oh boy, are we seeing that with the left right now. The longer this thing goes on, you know what thing I'm talking about. The larger this pandemic grows and the higher that the death toll rises, the more panic the public seems to work itself into. And just to be 100% clear here, I am talking about those whose politics lean a bit more to the left, okay? And it's safe to say that we've entered into panic mode. Just as a society, harsher restrictions are coming down from different governments and different places where coronavirus has been more prevalent. I live in Italy. The lockdown was supposed to be lifted on April 3rd, coming up here soon. Can I just say, I don't think it's going to be lifted. It might even be locked down even tighter. All right. Places like the U.S., which now might have, probably not, might have the highest number of cases overall, total, regardless of population. China. Where's your numbers, China? We all want to know what your real numbers are. Just give them to us. Places like Europe, Spain, have all been paving the way in terms of the way that the government has been reacting and controlling its citizens. But in usual fashion, the self-prescribed, tolerant, and accepting left are once again doubling their standards. I think it was a couple videos ago. I was talking about how the left always does this. They always do it. It's just the way their politics works. They set false standards only to break those same standards like 2 seconds later. It's utterly ridiculous. Let me just say, they are at it again. They're at it again. But before we get into that, make sure that you are subscribed. Hey, ring that little bell. Because, well, I gotta be honest, I don't have a very convincing argument here. Hey, I'm not your parent or legal guardian. I cannot tell you what to do. But I can ask, please. Can you please ring that bell? That would be great. Nothing to see here, just another leftist tantrum. Michael Rapaport got to feel really special about himself a couple of days ago as he threw a tantrum. That's a Twitter tantrum, by the way. And yes, that does sound very childish. It's a childish word. Because that's exactly what it is. It's a childish thing to go onto social media and throw a tantrum instead of responding civilized like an adult. You know, Rapaport, he may as well have taken a video of himself dramatically collapsing to the floor of his local grocery store and flailing his arms and legs around on the floor while yelling, "Orange Man bad!" He might as well have done it. And here's the thing. I am not going to play the video that he posted on Twitter, because his vocab doesn't extend far beyond a 4-letter word that starts with an F. Do you need to buy a vowel? I think we all know what it is. Here's a bit of advice, Mr. Rapaport. If you decide it's appropriate to film a video insulting the leader of the free world and post it for your 450,000 followers to see, you might want to take a few seconds to expand your vocabulary. Repeating the same word over and over again in your New York accent, is that real, by the way? Is it real? I'm not convinced. Anyways, repeating the same word over and over again does not make you look cool. In fact, it makes it appear that you have reached the limits of your grasp on the English language. So just learn a few new words, man. Rapaport's tantrum came after Trump tweeted this. The lamestream media is the dominant force in trying to get me to keep our country closed as long as possible, in the hope that it will be detrimental to my election success. The real people want to get back to work ASAP. We will be stronger than ever before. Oh, okay. You know what? Now I understand. Now I understand his argument here. Because when has the media ever shown that they want to publicly persuade people against Donald Trump? It's not like they've ever done that before, right? Rapaport's main argument in his rant and his 90-second tantrum on Twitter is that the president should not be focused on the next 4 years, but instead should be focused on, quote, the next 4 days, mother effer. You need to be worried about the next 4 weeks, the next 4 months, you mother effer. Seems to me he still thinks he's on the set of Prison Break. Yeah, that show ended a while ago, buddy. Now, see there's that word again, mother effer. Wait, why? Do you not know any other words? And besides, I do not know how anyone on the left can validate this argument when the former queen of the Democratic Party is still hung up on losing the unlosable 2016 presidential election. That's right. Hillary Clinton decided to get in on the action, the coronavirus cash. She tries to cash in on COVID-19. In a pathetic attempt to become relevant again, Hillary Clinton tweeted this about her former adversary. He did promise America first. And let me just say, by publicly announcing this tweet, I have now put myself in very grave danger. So if I go missing in the next 24 hours, please give the local authorities this video. Okay? Clinton is, of course, referring to the recent COVID cases that put the U.S. first in the overall number of cases worldwide. And let me just say, was that an attempt at humor, Hillary? Was that a joke that you just attempted, Robot Clinton? Beep boop, beep boop. He did promise America first. Beep beep, hoop, hop, LOL. Aside from the fact that it's not even a funny joke, what's even more disturbing is that Clinton, at the expense of people dying and losing jobs, she is trying to cash in on political points by saying, Orange Man bad. Notice the overall language coming from the left. It's not, oh, this virus is bad, and we need to come together and do our best to put an end to this thing. No, it's Trump's fault. It's Orange Man bad. This is his problem. Really? A virus that started and massively spread to the corners of the earth because of an incompetent, evil, conceited communist government. Somehow that is Trump's fault. And by the way, that conceited communist evil government is still being communist and not giving us the real coronavirus numbers. But somehow it's Trump's fault? No, we've tested more people than any other country, and somehow it's our fault? Why is it the US's responsibility to be held accountable for this? Why? That just shows you who the top dog is. When people point to the US and say, "No, it's your fault." It's your fault. Why are they saying it? Well, it might be because we're the leading experts on medical technology and the leading producers of new pharmaceuticals. Well, Hillary did catch a lot of flack for this tweet. And justifiably so. So I thought it would be fun to go through some of the responses to her tweet. Here's a good one from Maria Romanetti at Writer Romana. She says, "Well, this is no time to be first." Reminding Hillary Clinton of the importance of per capita statistics. Why is no one talking about this? Everyone wants to be talking about the overall numbers. I made a video, it was my last video, breaking down if Italy's population was the size of the US, how much more they would have. How much more cases of, it would be like 460,000 cases per capita basis. The US is not even in the top 10. Not even in the top 10. She says again, "I know per capita is beyond your math skills." Ouch, that was a burn. Robbie Starbuck. He says, "You're even more despicable than I thought. You're parroting communist China's propaganda during a global crisis caused by China. And the worst part is you're doing it knowingly. Because you know better from your time in government. You know well China lied about their numbers. They're still lying. It's important. It's important to know that. China lied about they're still lying about their numbers. I've been watching their statistics for like a week. They're still at like 81,000. Why? We haven't put a stop to this. A vaccine hasn't come out. My wife said yesterday maybe they had the vaccine the whole time. I wouldn't be surprised. Did you miraculously just stop the coronavirus, China? What's going on? Robbie goes on, "This tweet makes clear we all made the right choice. You, Clinton, don't love America. You love power. I can sleep well, though, because I know that you'll never be president of the United States." Little smooch at the end for old Hillary. That's a good one. Here's a good one. Here's a gooder one. When you run out of TP, Rain and Grace says, "Just use the old the old pathetic, I just lost the election, so I'm going to write a book." Oh, that's good. And of course, the legend himself. I love that he didn't even give much thought to this. He's like, you're not even worth me thinking hard about a tweet to respond to you. Ben Shapiro says, "You are not a very good person." He doesn't even put any punctuation in there. I love it. That's the end of the video. Let me know your thoughts on public figures having embarrassing meltdowns down below. Have you seen any good tantrums happening lately? Tell me about them down in the comments. And I'll see you next time. Yeah, just move it to the right a little bit. Yeah, that's perfect. What are you still doing here? Oh, you watched the entire video. That's great. Hey, you can watch some more right here. Don't really know what to say here. It's kind of awkward. Thanks. Thank you. Is that it? Thank you. Doesn't sound right.